my god, chat. Chat, it begins. It begins again. I left y'all on one hell of a cliffhanger, and I do not apologize. Yay! Oh man, Liz, were you here for most of yesterday's stream? Because boy howdy, I left chat on a cliffhanger. I don't know if you saw any of it. If you did, prepare to see something crazy when I hit continue. Let's see. Yeah, we still have 2. We can still have 2 minutes. Give a chance everyone to get on in here. Wouldn't want to start before everyone's here and ready. Oh man, what a great game. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend Vandria for suggesting this game, because this game so good. It's so funny how, like, the visual novel genre of video games, I'm always like, oh, ick. Like, 90% of the time, it's just a hentai or whatever, and then, like, shit like this comes out and it's like, oh yeah, it's also a fantastic storytelling medium. God, this one's so good. And yep, once I know everyone is in here ready to go. Also, we still have a minute. Chat 1 more minute, and then we will continue from the cliffhanger. Probably gonna miss what decision you make. I'll have to come back to whatever you've done. Oh no, Creepy, I'm so sorry. Well, don't forget, Creepy, if you're on YouTube, you should follow the Tavern Cat, my YouTube archive channel, so that way you can see everything. I'll even post it in chat. 1 second. Don't think I won't do it. I'm that petty, I'll fucking do it. View my channel. Grab that. Oh, excellent. Good, good, good. I'll post it for the noobs who haven't done it yet. Good morning, Hyena. Welcome, welcome. Oh man, so excited. So excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm gonna hollow your Scarlet. I mean, what? Alright, there we go. We've given everyone a couple of minutes to get on in here. So I think we could probably go ahead and get started. So, to all of you who were here for yesterday's cliffhanger, reminder that this is our problem we're facing. This is our problem today. This is our big worry today. Oh my god. This is what we're putting up with today. This is our problem. I love leaving people at cliffhangers because then someone comes in like, oh, I've never seen Scarlet Hollow before. It's like, well, bam. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, so to recap, Dr. Kelly has basically been drugging her son since puberty, so he can't go, like, monster mode. Yeah, he's been drugging her since he can't go monster mode, but, like, none of his monster modes were ever, like, this aggressive or bad. Like, they'd have a heated argument and he'd kind of, like, physically change, but not, like, I think never really attack her. Which makes you really confused why her first thought was, well, I need to repress him with drugs, so Dr. Kelly's not the best person. However, if the town loses its only doctor, that's also bad. So, I personally am probably going to have to go with whatever, like, keeps Kelly alive just for practicality's sake. Even though this running free would be pretty hot, not gonna lie. But I feel like this would just have beef with Wayne most of the time. And then Wayne and Reese would just end up killing each other, or one would die. And I don't think we want Wayne to do that. Also, good soundtrack. That's a good beat. And of course I have to immediately start to stream with the fucking Reese monster voice, which is basically just Reese but like a little more intense, so my voice is going to fuck this up, chat. Okay. Is this what you're so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers, this is our shot. Oh, okay, it was right there. My gun literally one message ahead. I have missed out on a lot, but I'm on Reese's side because there's a fucking thing on screen before. There's a fucking thing. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Yeah, okay. No, it would be smart in the long run to have a doctor. And also more people to talk with, because if we get her on our side by helping out, that could be better. And if nothing else, I can always just reload the save later and see what happens the other way. So yes. You hand Dr. Kelly the tranquilizer darts. Dr. Kelly quickly loads them into her gun, leveling the barrel at her son. Pop. Alex, I thought we were in this together. Thank God. Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the warped figure of her son. I also did this one. It's like... Kelly is not a great woman. But I understand where she's coming from. Especially, like, okay, this is one of those supernatural worlds or settings where the supernatural is just fully unexplained. It happens to some people, there's no reasoning to it, and they just have to do their best to deal with it. So she doesn't really have a backup system or anyone to help her. So what she did was extreme, but I also understand that from her perspective, it's like, well, what else can she do? Because as she pointed out, if her son got mad at like someone at an intersection, like, you know, for, you know, running a red light, would he just go monster mode and like attack someone? Which would be very bad, and then he'd end up in jail, and then it'd be worse and just spiral from there. Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the warped figure of her son. I can drag him to the safe room on my own. I'll meet you at the front when I'm done. I'll leave her to it. You return to the entrance of the clinic. Everything is quiet now. Only streaks of paint where Reese's minions had once roiled out of cracks in the wood. I hope you understand that this needs to stay between us. I don't care how much you feel like you need to share what just happened with other people. The more people know about this, the more trouble it is for me and for him. I don't need any more well-intentioned escape plans. Oh, Audrey, you just missed it. World decided it was Rage Bait Audrey Day. Oh no. Audrey, all you missed was that we chose to give Dr. Kelly the elephant tranquilizer and take down Reese. Reese is still alive, but unfortunately he is imprisoned. I do understand her a lot, but when I purely focus on Reese's perspective, it gets so mad. Oh yeah, no, Reese's perspective is incredibly understandable. There's apparently going to be a different ending out of this chapter. Ooh! Yeah, the twink has been obliterated. I feel so guilty. I'm sorry I came here to feel it's all my fault. Someone needed to kill him. Can I come visit him? As long as you don't bring anyone else along. Yes, that would probably be good for him. I can't promise he'll want to see you, or that he won't have some harsh words if he does, but I don't want him to be entirely isolated. Do you think you'll let any of his friends in on this? She heaves a sigh. I'll have to think about it. We'd run the risk of one of them trying to break him out, but if he's stuck in a windowless room with no internet and no friends, that's a one-way ticket to insanity. Then I'd have an insane monster on my hands. Stella in particular would be a problem. That girl never knows how to mind her own business or follow other people's rules, and she would have absolutely no fear of what might happen if we was cut loose. Kanika, I might consider. She's got a bit of a bleeding heart and pretty inflexible morals, which could be a problem. On the other hand, I don't know how well she could keep a secret, and if Stella found out, then Kanika could probably be convinced to do a jailbreak and it'd all blow up in my face. You can probably tell I put a lot of thought into this. It's the same calculation I've been doing for years, debating whether or not I could be fully upfront with any of them instead of just pushing them away and hoping they didn't notice what was really going on. She sighs again. Maybe I'll get him a kitten or something. Like they did for Coco the gorilla. Oh my, don't compare your son to Coco the gorilla. Oh my. I so badly want to reload the other save and just have her die. Oh my god, you can't just say that about your son. They put me down because I was going beast mode. I won't say what the other endings here are, but you can use a trait save here to save everyone, but then something else if you call Tabitha, and then of course letting him go free and eat his mem. Put him in the prison. I don't know why, but I so badly want to reload the save, just because as soon as I read that, I'm just like, oh no, you need to die. Why do you have a child? Of course you didn't, I guess, choose to have a child, but that's, you know. Oh, 45 stream streak! Confine him to the sphere. Nuke the whole city. Just get this whole place off the map. You know what? We don't need the hauler. The hauler can just... Might as well give him a tire swing while I'm at it. Some enrichment for his enclosure. I hate that I have to do this to him. There's a magic stone in your basement, just letting you know. We busted a hole in the wall down there. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, I guess. I feel like this is all my fault. if I had been drawn by that damn stone. I tried to get you to stay away for a reason, but what's done is done. He was bound to figure it out sooner or later. I'm just glad there was an extra pair of hands around. It could have gone a lot worse. As much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I have to get to work. Gotta clean this place as best I can before tomorrow. And you should probably get home. It's dark. I'm sure your cousin is worried about you. Hug, please. Please hug. No offense, but I'm not a hugger. See you later, Alex. Damn. I can't even get a hug. I can't even get a hug. Give him a buried home. I had to buy my energy drinks. What I miss. You just missed us confining the twink to prison forever. It closes behind you. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Go home. It's time to go home. Yeah, we put him in gay baby jail. But before you can get far, you're interrupted by the sound of panting and the telltale jingling of dog tags. Oh. It's the militia. They've poured out of the woods to stand before you on the road. You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her and her person. They're by the side of the road a little ways through the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her, and Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so I'll have to take you to them. Hopefully they can use your people. You can use your people words to get them someplace safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. Well, you're very, very good dogs. Lead the way. Fucking ain't no way am I going to be like, not my problem, and just let Stella like do like what suffer. Yes, we're good dogs. Hear that, Scraps? I'm not in it for the accolades, Daisy. I just do it to help those who need it. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella's hideaway. Before long, the trees thin and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully at the asphalt, is Stella. And here they are. Keep them safe. Be seeing you, speaker. Oh my god, Gretchen looks a little rough in this one. Gretchen, you good? You sit on the log beside Stella. Alex? How did you... She looks over her shoulder in confusion. Is that a gang of dogs? I'm so glad my compatriots could be of service. I simply couldn't survive another night without my nice soft bed. Scraps and Daisy formed a militia. It's a long story, but they helped me find you. Huh. Neat. Gretchen looks like E.T. What is this place, Stella? Why are you here? It's just a bunch of bad memories. There's nothing left to talk about. Come on, let's just get back to town. I know that, Stretch. That's the time to go home, Stretch. Thank the Lord I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Alex, for talking sense into this girl. Before we go, I should tell you what happened today. Yeah, I need to get her out of whatever this is. Okay, so oh god, alright, save. I'm coming back to this save later. Before we go, I should tell you about what happened today. Oh? You relay the events of the evenings as best you can, saying it out loud somehow makes it feel less real, like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go ahead and lock that one away in the void. Stella scoops Gretchen up in her arms, and the three of you walk back to town in silence. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. She gives you a tired wave before retreating into her house. Did I complete... Oh, hey. Hey, Wayne. Time for you to go home, too. He appears, as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with wood. At first, looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's paint. Evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. Thanks, I appreciate the company. Shall we? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Oh my gosh, so many explorers flirt with Wayne. I thought you were seeing the state. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly, I wasn't sure. But now I know. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella, or Kanika, or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Oh my god, flirt fine in a sec. Because you're special. But, okay, but why? Why am I special? You simply are. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They are unbreakable. Flirt. Wishing you, Wayne. What the fuck? I missed you today. Wish you dropped in sooner. History like me. Try and hold his hand. I don't know what to do in these situations. You know what? My flirt game, weak. My verboseness, dead. but I can hold your hand. You try to take his hand into yours. He pulls away as you reach forward, grasping at air. A thoughtful gesture, but you don't want to do that. I wouldn't wish to frighten you. But I promise, there will be a time and a place. The bond we could share, Alex. It would be deeper than any bond you could form with anyone else. Hello? What? What? What does that mean, Wayne? What does that mean? I thought you might have done something bad to Stella. I didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that. She won't be there if you need her. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now that it's started, I know that you cannot stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. Thanks for looking out for me tonight. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. But why? Why? Oh, welcome back, Creepy. Okay, so, to catch you up, Creepy, we found Stella. The militia dogs took us to Stella. I tried talking to her, but she was clearly shut off and not interested in talking, like, at all. I tried to talk to her about, like, the events of the day, hoping that, like, maybe I'll get her out of her funk and get her to focus on something else, and that clearly didn't help. I probably should have actually hit the dialogue option to say, like, just talk to me, like, what's going on? But I did, like, question once. Yeah, we found Stella, took her home, and now Wayne is walking us home, and now we're talking to Wayne. And then I attempted to flirt with Wayne and take his hand, and he made it sound like we could share one hell of a bond, but it's like, oh, okay, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I think we probably fucked up the Stella romance, even though, like, there's only been one flirt option the entire time. So I don't know what I did wrong, other than just, like, maybe side with Tabitha too much. But it seems like I'm not siding with anyone enough to get their friendship, which is really annoying. That's like, okay, that is like my one weird nitpick with visual novels, is that, like, sometimes the visual novel systematically is like, no, if you don't spend every single dialogue going after that one person, then we'll just give you the, like, oh, you're blueballed by everyone ending. I just met someone IRL named Wayne, and because I just clicked off the stream, I had to start giggle. Oh no! But anyways, yeah, now we're with Wayne walking through the woods. I'm glad you're okay. I was worried Reese might have. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing. He managed to catch me off guard. Those constructs of his were an interesting little trick, but that's all they were. Continue on in silence. You continue in silence back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around. Too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. More hot monsters? Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. Go home. The estate feels empty. Or shit. Tail has the same issue of needing to side with a person every single time to be friends, and it sucks because they're are in a board. Yeah, from what I know, you were closer to Stella than anyone else, I think. Wait, closer to Stella than anyone? Yeah, basically, I've tried to flirt with Stella, and then I tried to go mostly on her adventures, but that seems to have backfired, or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm not committing to characters enough, and so the game's just taking me down, like, the blue-balled route of just like, well, you're not with anyone, and it's like, well, I don't mind that. Because really, at the end of the day, as long as they all, like, you know, fucking tolerate me, then I guess that's a win. That's like one thing that I just like. That's always my struggle with visual novels like this. You didn't go to her in chapter 2. What was chapter 2? Hold on a second. Tuesday. Woke in my cousin's guest room, checked in on Dustin. Garden. Oh, because I stayed home then cleaned like an idiot. Chased after Stella and a bunch of delinquents with Tabitha. Wait, what do you mean chased after Stella and a bunch of delinquents? Oh, yeah. Man, just give the mic on injuries. Reese is easy to get with because he's like sad. Okay, I think that's my problem then, is Tuesday I didn't go after Stella, so I probably reset whatever I had done in the first chapter to like flirt with her or something. Yeah, I've probably taken a very neutral route through this game. Well, because, like, but I made breakfast with Stella, smiley face. I literally went and made breakfast with Stella. How did that not, like, get me anything, you know? You can also go with Stella to chase the ditchling after Duke dies, and she appreciates that a lot. Okay, but I would argue that pulling her away from there to get her home and safe is also not a bad thing, but I also get Stella's more gung-ho about, like, the adventure. Damn it. It's whatever. The estate feels empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations cracking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you. Oh. Ooh, Max, you hit a 20-stream streak! I missed the cliffhanger because I was eeping. What did you pick? We elephant tranquilized Reese. So, he is now in permanent baby jail. It's not a bad thing, but still, like, someone who has her lack of self-preservation. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Yeah, I think that's just my problem, is that, like, whenever I play visual novels, like, as me, as like, okay, I'm gonna play this out, like, how I would do things, it usually seems to always end up with the game being like, oh, you were too much of, like a coward, and that's why you're alone and have no bitches, and it's like, okay, but, like, you also warned me that I could die in this game, so why would I go too crazy? Because if I could die, then the story ends and I have to just save scum the game anyways. Though I am making a shit ton of saves anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like visual novels, but sometimes when they get, like, this big and in-depth, they can be a little like, okay, I have to, like, just do another blind playthrough and hope for something different, because I just have to go through, like, and do different choices. Which is the point of the genre, I understand. Yes, sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese. Trapped in that tiny windowless room, all his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. Finish episode 4 with Talk to Animals. Finish episode 5 with The Artist. Episode 5 finally awaits. Please save your game now. Boop. Ooh, Slay the Princess. Very fun suggestion. Very fun. Continue. If it's your first time playing episode 5, it's recommended that you watch the recap. If it's your first time playing episode 5... No, I'm good. I know everything that's happened so far. I'm good. I know some characters are meant to be difficult to get close to because you wouldn't develop a relationship that quick. Yeah, exactly. Chapter 5 time. No, you should have done the recap just for chapter 5. Maybe. I'm sure it's fine. A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. Wait, no. Oh God. You'd like to continue with this world, say please give now. Continue. If this is your first time playing episode 5, it's recommended you watch the recap. Full recap? Full recap? The whole thing? We're gonna be here for a hot minute, chat. Full recap or just episode 4 recap? Just 4 because it's long. Okay. Sure, we'll do the recap. I don't know why y'all want to recap. Okay, but... Wait, you open your eyes, it's a new day. Wait. Oh, is the recap like just playing through the whole thing again? You open your eyes, Stella. A warm barnyard, small face, stare down the go within. It stares back up at you from its pleasant tile floor surrounded by dried herbs. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Deputy Franklin, sir. She was going to be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and Daddy did together. She's important to our family. Yeah, okay, so the talk about reporting the pumpkin. Yeah, Mr. Tremaine. And then me and the pastor figuring out we both talk to animals. Yeah, we could both talk to animals, and then he's got like weird rats in his house. There's Wayne. And then we didn't cross the picket line, but we snuck around to go talk to Tabitha. And then she threatened to fight us. Or she definitely threatened us. Because I'm apparently not... I'm not sucking up to anyone enough to actually make friends with them, apparently. So, fuck me, I guess. Me and Sybil did the tea drinking. Now on to business. And then we saw that there's a cat or someone ready to strike. Which I guess is Reese. Or probably someone worse. And then we found this secret hallway in the clinic. You don't respond. Yeah, we tore into the wall and found the symbol. And then he turns into the werewolf thing. God, what a good shot. This right here is such a good shot. And then we handed the tranquilizer darts over. Then we stopped him from doing anything too crazy. I don't know why y'all are so curious. Like, we just did chapter 4. This recap is the same as like what we just played. It looks like we're just trolling now. What do you mean? What? What are you on about? Oh, and then you send the log beside Stella. Close your eyes. You're just going to see as drift off over. Yeah, and then you think of nothing. What do you mean it will happen? What do you want about? What do you mean it will happen? What are you, Max? Do you also know this game? Fear. I'm so scared. I don't know what y'all are on about. Nothing ignores. Fine. Fuck it. Oh man, you've been playing since 2021 was chapter 1. Oh my gosh, wow. A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind re-solidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. We will tell you when it comes up again. When what comes up does it? When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. Human, wake up! You slowly come to, roused by the voices of your small opossum friend. You feel strangely cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still cloudy with sleep. Your vision comes into focus.
See? Human, not dead.
Okay. No easy breakfast for Dustin and Dustin, Mom. Dustin stands on your chest, his beady black eyes staring down into yours. Dustin's mom is hovering a healthy distance away. You are not in your bedroom. Start crying. Why can I just cry so much? Start crying. You lower the bubble street on your face, you're back on the dirty floor crying. Human is being creepy, leaking and shaking. Maybe human is sick. Just get away from sick human. No, human is crying. It means human sad. Okay, Dustin here. Nothing better will happen to a human. Dustin spent too much time in human house. Did you two hear something just now like a piano? Do you think her name was always Dustin Mom or only after she had Dustin? That's a good question. Dustin not know about piano. Could hear some weird bird though. No need to worry about weird bird. Weird birds sound like it far away from here. Traitorous marsupial! You tried the safety of my bed lose night to very place. No, I'm not gonna blame Dustin. How did I get here? Scary human came into room at night. Took good human away. Dustin was very, very scared. But Dustin followed anyway to help good human. Dustin did not have good sense of self-preservation. But good human did not get eaten. Yay! Dustin helped. Thank you, Dustin. What a king. Not only do you think her name... Wait, redacted, banging out the tunes. Please tell me that, like, redacted is going to be another hot monster. Also, I'm going to quickly adjust my phone here so I can have my chat up and better visibility. There you go. Now I can see y'all better having to look down too much. Dustin is so brave. He's so cool. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the odd tilts of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. So this is the Forbidden Wing, and Wayne dragged you here in your sleep. Can you ever trust the safety of your bed again? Apparently not. There are two doors out of the barren room. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that must have once been hidden. Through the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. I would... Do either of you know how to get back to my room? Silly Wayne. Can I call someone? You're still in your evening attire. Oh no, I'm still in my PJs! It would seem Wayne wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. Or maybe he'd prefer if you saw what there was to see in this place alone. Well, the once hidden door seems like a good bet. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circle where a handle should be. You didn't bring a screwdriver into bed with you last night, and if you did, you'd worry about damaging the ancient mechanism. Hopefully you can either find the handle or another way out deeper in the Forbidden Wing. Home on other side! Oh, okay. I thought that this would be like, oh, you have to get in here to find the secret. Do you know how to get back to my room? I guess we'll just do the look for the handle used to be. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening of what lies beyond the door. The marsupial is right, it's your room. Which means you'd be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. You've always believed in working smarter, not harder. The estate is massive, there's gotta be a better way out of the Forbidden Wing than this. Maybe while you're looking, you'll catch a lucky break and stumble across the key. Alright, go explore the Forbidden Wing. Let's go, Dustin. I wish Wayne had your phone number. How could I give him phone? Whoa. Oh, coffee. You cross the slanted room and exit into the hallway beyond. Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entryway. Its door long gone breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and staircase looms at the far end. Investigate the ornate entryway. You make your way to the large set of double doors in the middle of the hallway. You can hear the light click of claws on hardwood as Dustin's mom toddles along a safe distance behind you. He's super into FNAF and Homestead. Wayne probably would be. He would only use proper grammar, proper punctuation, and then use an emoji like once every 500 texts. Text like a dad. It seems like some kind of entertainment room. The sort you'd expect out of fancy, rich people who wanted to show off. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. But something else catches your eye too. A bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. Hi, Dustin. Pat. Dustin, are you in the way of the bookcase that I can't see because your beautiful fucking face is in the way? Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. Dustin almost never come in here. All open space, too scary. But a room behind wall is good hiding place. Dustin hide there sometimes. As he references this room behind wall, Dustin stares at the broken down bookshelf that has already caught your eye. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. The church, and then there's somewhere you've yet to see, the historical Callaway/Tremaine homesteads. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, "In commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project, let the past never be forgotten." Dustin no get. Always making mark on old cloth. Does not know what that cloth for eating. We enter the hidden room. You test each step as you make your way across the room. Especially careful as you cross over to the ruined section of the floor in front of the bookshelf. You can hear Dustin's mom hurrying behind you. We go to dark room now? Good. Big open space bad, vulnerable to attack. Oh. Hold on a second here. Oh no. Let's just ignore that bit, chat. Oh, that's a thing. That's a thing in my state. I know this thing. This is an actual thing in my state. There is a little dumb store with like, oh, come see the mummified, like, you know, boy crocodile cryptid or whatever, and it looks basically exactly like that. There's also a skull, the hand of Vecna, a dragon, I'm guessing, a like rune stone. Okay, so you're just a straight up like Lovecraft occult hunter, and like, oh, I found all the ancient Sumerian texts and summoned Cthulhu. Confederate flag cancelled. Yeah, the cool knife in the back. Wait a minute, that's the Slay the Princess knife reference. That's clever, I like that. States always have the weirdest shit. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to the expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Good place to take a nap. Name of the desk. Ooh, gonna make another save out of paranoia. Open the top drawer. The top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter-writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit, emblazoned with the initials ES. You can't help but notice the wax has been nibbled. Red stuff, stick to dust and teeth. Tastes good though. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that Nia's signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. And at the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against the dark sepia background. It's Teddy. He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to that hospital bed. Enoch, were you gay? Enoch, is Tommy like your love interest and like you wanted to do anything to save him? Feel around for anything you might have missed. As you search for anything more notable among the contents of the drawer, you notice something peculiar, an irregularity in the molding along the top edge of the desk, almost as if it had been removed and replaced at some point. You slip a hand into the drawer, feeling along what would usually be the solid oak at the top of the desk, but the space is clearly hollow, your fingers making light knocking sounds as they fumble against the wood. Fortunately, it's a very simple lock and you have years of experience. In moments, the secret drawer slides open! It's a bundle of notes. Prosperity, dominion, vitality, cycle of birth and death, old and new together join. Oh, this is the shit that the animals was talking about. In chapter 1, the animals were talking about, like, that cycle of life and death. Also, I'm seeing some demon names here. Asmodeus, Beast, or, well, okay, one demon. Interesting. I don't need to say that. Scrawled on the first page is a design you find familiar. It's the stone from that pit in the mines. Its many armed designs scratched into the paper by an untrained hand. There are other drawings here, some of which you find just as familiar. The goat head carving from what was once the town hall, and the circle of figures from the clinic. There are notes scrawled in the bounty margins. Oh my god, I was reading both at the same time. Bounty, spirit, throne. Dustin, could you... Dustin, I need you to move your head, please. I can't see throne, Dustin. Dustin! There are notes scrawled in the margins around the designs, most either illegible or written in some language you don't understand, though a few words stand out. Prosperity next to the stone from the mines, dominion paired with the stone from town hall, vitality with the clinic. Grows from old and new together joined at crossroads. The remaining caption seems to read, Spirit, Bounty, Throne, all attached designs you don't recognize. If human help Dustin hunt treasure, Dustin will be the biggest guy of all. Biggest target, better Dustin be small, but not too small. Thank you, Dustin, Mom. Pat, pat. Open the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. You notice some of the corks have been lightly chewed. Pretty good for eating. Dustin always save these for special occasion. Taste like old pond. Fine vintage. Open the vials. You reach for one of them, twisting the cork. It unseals the pot, releasing a smell like an old pond, like decaying leaves and damp earth. Wait, why is it full of water? You tug at the corner of the slip of paper and it unfurls. The writing across its surface is crisp and clear as if it had just been written. To Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost... But the paper dissolves before you can finish reading it, as if it finally realized it had been submerged all these years, turning to useless pulp between your fingers. New place to get tasty wets! Nothing Dustin Mom would like to see more than Dustin live in comfort. But Dustin better not let comfort take it make him soft. This how Dustin brother die. It's unlikely you have the chance to return here, and the vial's too delicate to carry with you. I mean, yeah, might as well. You open another. Miss Verena, trouble with tea. Your presence with, Tommy? Tim? What was his name again? Fuck. Teddy. Trouble with Teddy. Miss Verena, trouble with Teddy. Your presence requested that. Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge, though we both. Some of these letters are addressed to Miss Maeve and some to a Verena. All are signed ES. You assume these have to be from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever this Verena may have been. Before you know it, the drawer is empty, the floor around you scattered with drained vials, the air stinking of wet rot. Step away from the desk. Step away from the desk. Oh, come on! But what about the knife? I could take the knife. I could slay royalty with it. Anything else of note? There's an atlas. There's good old, Ra. Or Horus. No, Horus. Horus? Ra? Horus. Return to the hallway. Fuck it. Truth. You head down the eerie corridor, following the path laid out in the dust. No. Dustin, now go there. Dustin, come back. You turn to face Dustin's mom, who stands a little ways down the corridor from you, her posture tense. But Dustin is helping. Nothing bad will happen to Dustin, big, strong human around. Dustin, Mom, say no. Don't care how strong human is. Only Dustin, Mom, know what is best for Dustin. Dustin looks up at you with his large, black, wet eyes. Human will have to go on without Dustin. He clambers down from his place on your shoulder, gripping your clothes with his little clawed hands. Hope human can find human-size hole. We go back to Dustin house now. Human should be careful. Up there always smell like hurting. And with that final word of caution, Dustin and Dustin's mom toddle away, disappearing into some crevice that will take them back to the comfort of your dresser drawers. Damn, I wish I was a possum. I need to make a possum. I'll see one of these days. I'll name him Dustin. I'll just make Anthro. Can someone draw Anthro Dustin? I'm begging you. Dustin, listen to your mother, baby. In the basement of the clinic is a monster. Oh, a classic. The VA for the princess and Slay the Princess said if it was possible, she would have liked to voice Tabitha. Aw, that'd have been so good. Watch the stream for playing it with the devs. I loved when she did voices for people. Pasruka. I wonder why they didn't VA this one. Yeah, I wonder. I feel like it would have been... Yeah, it's probably just too many characters and so big. But they have to write everything first and release it. That too, yeah. You continue following the tracks left by what you assume to be your fellow humans. You take it up a flight of stairs, and you find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. By the way, if ever the Slay the Princess devs are listening, I know my voices here aren't that great, but if any of them do catch your interest, I would love a job doing voice acting. I would love to learn the skills and take an opportunity with that. Just saying, throwing it out there in the void. You know, positive vibes, positive vibes. You find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. Ah, yes, booze. The first thing I see. Like, cheaper than to pay for the setup fee each time. Fees each time for each. Oh my god, no! Let Ruka voice Tabitha, please! I give her the nasally voice because I think she looks sad and would be snarky to everyone she meets. I think that's why they aren't going to VA because everyone already has headcanon voice for characters by now. Yeah, that's fair. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. Okay, yeah, wait, hold on. Before I do anything... Approach the window. You carefully push the window to the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff! There's nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. The boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. The room is coldly empty. Yeah, this looks awful. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. Oh, thank you! You have the voice of very good. I appreciate that. I think my headcanon voice for her would be a bit like what you do for her. And then Peridot from Steven Universe. I'm not very familiar with Steven Universe, honestly, but thank you. I appreciate that my voice actually is kind of entertaining to listen to. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its 4-poster frame. Search the desk. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. As you sift through paper, it quickly becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills in Edward's name, filling nearly every drawer, and even once you manage to get past the layers of envelopes and trifold paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seemed she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. But when you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some open, some sealed, some crumbled into messy balls. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope her land treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awful pretty, and they've still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them too. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Perlan to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby, and I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me any time. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I've made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. Tabitha's dad. You pull out another, from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So the big 2-0. I can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make like you're the professor of animal noises. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we'd get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. I love you, and I will always and will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. Jesus. Alright, what am I missing in chat? The voices are good. It's like an audiobook. Exactly, I'm playing through my comfort game listening to this. It's chill. Oh, hell yeah. It's nice. I remember Ruka mentioning offhandedly a while back the idea of an audiobook type stream, and I'd honestly be super down for that. You have the balance of good voice acting and then good like commentary. Very well. Oh, thank you, Creepy. I appreciate that. I know, these notes were sadder than I expected. You pocket a few of the cards. Search the closet. You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could considering the decaying state of the place. You can't help but notice that these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Perlan sifting through Edwardine's old trunks of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything new. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box. Shoved off to one side, you pick it up. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick, browny, watery ink that's cracked with age. Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. Your hands tremble, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes and shoving it back into the recesses of this forgotten closet where it belongs. Don't like that. You're done here. Nope, done. Finished with... what a sweet note. That's not a sweet note. That note looked evil as hell. That note was evil as fuck, queen. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. And enter the middle room. This space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. Check the bookshelf. Please tell me there's green eggs and ham on the shelf. I didn't even have that book as a kid, but it's classic. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. Okay, there's some taste here. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Oof, fair. Yeah, no, I really do enjoy reading. You can thank my dad. Like, shout out to Dad! When I was a kid growing up, before I ever could play video games, I always had to read at least like a chapter or two, or like for X amount of time from my books, and so it really helped me become like a much better reader in the long run. So yeah, shout out to Dad for that one. I'll read a few practice books. Oh, these are kind of neat, actually. Interesting. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons Mommy should take me and Maribel to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. This is so full of misspellings. 2. Maribel says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. Wait, see one, the number 1? You can't do that. This isn't 2025 or 2020 yet. You can't do text chat. 3. I think it'd be very fun and Mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. But something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, Today I, Alexandra continues with, Talked to the boy in the wall. Huh. Do this so else I had to do something similar. Ooh. Favorite book. Oh, favorite book. That's a toughie. Because it depends on, like, the different stages of my life. Because when I was a kid, I proudly read The Hobbit in, like, 2nd grade. And I had to make my own, like, book quiz on it. So I felt incredibly smart in the 2nd grade. Talk to him. The Boy in the Wall. We all know him. Do we? I don't think we do. I don't think we know The Boy in the Wall. But then growing up, I really liked the Spiderwick Chronicles. I really liked Chronicles of Narnia. That was a big one. That was a big one for me growing up. Was Chronicles of Narnia. I love that one. I never read Harry Potter. My brother read Aragon. He was the Aragon kid. What other big book series did I read? Oh gosh, Spiderwick, Chronicles of Narnia. I think I read like 1 or 2 of the Artemis Fowl books. There's probably something else in there that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. I know somewhere around there is when I got a computer and I got into like some furry visual novels. I still really like Blackgate. I'd like to go back to that or read that again one of these days because it's still getting updated, kind of. Though, unfortunately, I think they had like some beef or issue with like Dark Gem or something because they were getting art from Dark Gem for it, but then like something made it stop. So I don't know. Most recently, I listened to it. I prefer like physically reading it, but like I'm gonna try and get used to audiobooks to save space because my room is cluttered. Is Project Hail Mary, and that was really good. I also have a bunch of like TTRPG books, so I could like. I really love reading TTRPG books. They're just full of like, you know, setting and lore and like game mechanics. They're just really fun and intricate to read. I really like them. The Vandria book. I read lots as a kid, but not very varied. Mostly warrior cats. Hell yeah, we stand warrior cats. I never read it myself either. Anyways, we're done here. You make your way back to the hallway. Follow the trail into the farthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. Someone left it open for you. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. There's something under the carpet. That white line there seems strange. Continue through the far door. You continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. It's the room of the locks. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here leading back down to the lower floors, but there's also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Enter. Hold on a second, we gotta read this here. I read Harry Potter, but I really did not enjoy it. As a kid, I loved Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is good. You know, I really should read Dune. Like, I have the first book on my Kindle, and like I try to start reading it, but then I'm like, oh wait, I've already watched like 3 movies that are basically just the start of the Dune series, so I couldn't get into it for some reason. But I really should try and read it. As an adult, most recently read like a web novel called Worm. Yeah, TTR. Wait, Exalted. Which one's Exalted? Hold on a second. I have to Google that real quick. Exalted TTRPG. 2001. Oh, is it one of those like... Exalted is the tale of forgotten mythic age, time where spirits walk among men, the world's flat-footed, sea of chaos. Took fantasy and launched a renaissance of pulp-inspired, high-octane sword sorcery role-playing. Currently in its 3rd edition. Currently available Exalt Solar Exalted, the Dragon-Blooded Lunar Exalted Exigence. Interesting, okay. I might have to look more into that later. I do love me some pulpy fantasy. Cool. Man, this is a website from like the 2000s. I love this website. Anyways. Back to game. Look it up now. I used to read strategy guides for games I didn't own. Then a lot of kid mystery books. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Oh, I read like most of the Dresden series, but that was like back in college. Your mom was so cool. She's great. Wait, hold on a second. What did Audrey say here? I've been reading a book about Lewis Wayne recently called Catland. My mom found out I really liked Lewis Wayne and surprised me with it a bit ago. That's awesome. The simplest way I can explain it is, imagine, as a wuxia TTRPG with a mix of all mythologies because the lore is really in depth because it's a white wolf. Oh, yeah, it's White Wolf. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty in depth and crazy. All right, the doorframe itself was gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Enter. You step forward. Dresden Files author still can't write women without them breasting boobily. You're not wrong. Like basically every single Dresden book always has like the femme fatale in the book be like, oh Dresden, you're so stupid, and then like, you know, do you want a bone? Like every fucking book. Every book. When it's just Dresden being like, you know, the moody pyromaniac that he is. It's a pretty fun modern wizard story, but then you get into the later books, and it's just so, like, a whole book dedicated to, like, how the spirit world works, which snooze fest I fucking skipped. It was so boring. And then a book of, like, oh, I'm so edgy and cool, I can just, like, delete all vampires from existence because of, like, this loophole in, like, a spell or, like, whatever. And it was just like, okay, like, neat, I guess. And then he becomes, like, the Merlin's, like, relic protector, where it's like, oh, now I have to, like, basically have my own, like, Superman-style Fortress of Solitude, and, like, it's so dumb. I liked when he was just a wizard detective, you know? You didn't have to keep ramping up this guy. Anyways, I'm getting off track. You step forward. This was a prison cell. Focus, guys, book discussion stream. A book stream would be fun, though, for real. Alright, I see the doorknob, I see a poo bucket, and I see that fucking doll. And then something scratched into the wall I can barely make out. I see an O, I see an E, I think I see a G. Can't read the rest of it. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. And then, one final detail grabs you, a metallic glint from the filthy, bare mattress. A doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Take the handle. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Boop. Follow the music. You've come this far. Clearly you're meant to go just a little further. Now, isn't this a familiar looking staircase? Banging out the tunes. Twitch book club to actually get me back into reading. Oh, that could be fun, though. Could I just read books out loud to chat? Could that be a stream idea? Thinking someone get eaten. The stairs take you into what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters. A network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist, and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. You found your way to the first floor, which means you must be close to the ballroom from the first day. But you've yet to confront your guide. Finish what you started and find the piano player, let's go! The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark, the slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill. Jagged remains of the floorboard jutting out like splintered trees. Wayne! Of course it's Wayne. The flow of notes finally stops as you reach an open doorway to what was once a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. So now you've seen it, Alex. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away. And I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. If you aren't careful, and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. Let's talk. What's with the dramatics? It's all a little, yeah. Dramatic ass. Fucking up on the piano, Wayne. Oh my god, reading club where we read and share thoughts. Like, wow, that's so cool. What's with the dramatics? It's all a little theatrical. There were things you needed to see, and I doubt you would have been interested in a private guided tour. Not when I'm the one who would have been giving it. Though, perhaps I was wrong. Maybe you would have had some interest in that. Still, I thought it would be better for you to see it on your own first, and to let you choose to come to me in the end. I'm glad you did. You're still not telling me everything, are you? Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Alex? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. You have no idea who he could be talking about. Sybil? 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 Are you stupid? Are you dense? Hello? Knocking on my dumb, thick skull. Hello? Is there a brain in there? Hello? McFly, are you in there? Marty? Are you in there? Fucking idiot. It's Sybil! Anyways, water. You have no idea what you're talking about. No clue. No idea. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical. Easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. I mean, that's true. I do know who he's talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. You'll remember when you need to. What was with the doll in that room? She liked it. So I liked it too. It was nice to see it again after so many years. How do I know you're the right person? Who lived in that last room? Yeah, who lived in that last room? Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. I'd been in that room a long, long time. Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things, the town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at least I'm free enough to warn you. Wait, so Tabitha put you in there? With like all the locks and shit? But like, why? I don't know, I don't think witches are real. News to me. Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? Oh my god, but she went... Oh, that absolute bitch! That's a good one. She didn't know me then. Oh my god, but she's my cousin. I love her. She won. And are you sure she loves you? Or you just wish she did? I've given you a glimpse into one of your possible futures. You can choose to believe that Tabitha will shrug off the generations of duty and expectations that have fallen on her shoulders, all because of some deep, familial love. But do you really think she will? Do you want to bet your freedom on it? Tabitha, will always be a Scarlet. Okay, so wait, is he saying that Tabitha locked him in the room for some reason, and that she'll do it to me? But why? Okay, what do you mean the town is a prison? I can't leave. No one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. They may be able to cross the town line, but not without paying a price. That can be changed, though. It wasn't always this way, and it was never meant to be. We can put an end to it. Also creepy, I went back to my save and you had to do the full recap. The full recap for what? Do you want me to reload the save? I have a save at the recap so you all can fucking have me witness whatever the fuck it is. Do you want me to do it? I'll do it! Well, Nate, what I can do is I can save. I could save, and then we can just go back to here and just do the full recap. Yeah, then I could just return to the save. Do you want me to do that? I would say leave it now. Okay, so don't bother with it. Okay, maybe I'll do it in my free time or something if I remember to do it. You can do a skip. True, I could just skip through until something weird happens. Like, just skip over most everything. I'm so curious what y'all are on about. I'm so curious. Like, okay, I've already saved, fuck it. Alright, chat, we're doing a quick little... Supposedly something's supposed to happen. So, full recap. And we're just gonna skip around until something weird happens. Dustin, the diner, we bar from the diner, Stella, Duke, and the weird growth animals, and then we save Gretchen. And then we get dropped off, and we see Wayne once. Tabitha, Dustin, Tabitha. And then, yeah... Wait, what? Can you, like, whisper on Twitch so I can discuss spoilers? I don't know. You can kind of DM people? Here, hold on a second. It might... Yeah, I think you can DM... who do you want to DM? Because you could probably just ask someone for, like, their Discord info or something. I guess I could also probably advertise my Discord as, like, a place to announce, like, server stuff and things like that. And then you could find people on there. Yeah, I guess I could advertise my Discord. Then again, if you don't use Discord, then that probably won't help much. But anyways, I'm gonna let you... Oh my, I'm getting so many of the fucking best viewers, you'll die! Alright, anyways, Sybil, and then we go to the mine. Obliterate bot! And then another Wayne. Okay, and then the kid, and we follow them to the mines, and then we save everyone from the mines, we get our first revision. And then there's Dustin, Mom. Blash, we'll talk about your Discord is evil, and you click that, no! And then there was Janie. And then we had this whole thing with Diner, we talked to Isaacs. The mayor. Told him that we could talk to animals. Reese. Oh yeah, he does have elfish ears. I never noticed that. Wait, where's Kanika? Chat, where's Kanika in this scene? Kanika should be here. It's fine. Where's Kanika in any of these shots? What do you mean who? Where's Kanika? Why is Kanika not here? Kanika should be here. Tabitha's here. Everyone else is here except Kanika. Where is Kanika? And then we had our whole ghost thing. Went through here. There's Wayne again. Yeah, Kanika's not in any of these shots. What are you on about? Sybil. And then, yeah, we agreed not to do anything about the ghosts. Stella just leaves. No Kanika! Don't notice the guest from going to bed. Has a new day. The goat. And then, okay, now we're all caught up, I think. And then he has this sexy monster transformation. And we'll try and screenshot. That shot there's really good. That shot there's really good. That shot there is really good. Just because you don't remember things doesn't mean they didn't exist. Is Kanika not real? Okay, now we're gonna go back to the load. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. Oh! If I had done the recap... Is Kanika the witch? Oh no, do I need to like actually play through this whole chapter with the recap? And then like I'd have the dialogue to say, oh, Kanika? Is that what's going on right now? No, okay, thank God. Oh, I was about to say, holy shit, do I actually have to play through the recap and get like weird like fourth wall breaking meta knowledge of in-game itself? The recap is still just a recap. Okay. But for some reason, Kanika wasn't there, which is weird. Oh, the recap didn't even do our walk around town looking for Stella. It completely skipped that. It completely skipped, so any time I was with Kanika, either she wasn't there, or it skipped it. Oh no, wait, no, it did show some of the hunt for Stella, but like, it didn't show anything with Kanika involved. What the fuck was that about? Just an early way of realizing your memories are off. Okay, cool. So the game has some kind of like, what do you call it? Misleading narrator, distrustworthy narrator. I forget the exact term for it, but I really love it. Hold on, let me just Google it real quick. When a story has a untrustworthy narrator. Unreliable narrator, that's the term for it. Yeah, okay, so this game has an unreliable narrator now. Okay, oh, hi Vandria, sorry for the mild spoilers, holy shit, best viewers. Boy howdy, Vandria, some crazy shit's going down, let me tell you. I'm also just, really upset that no one has drawn any, Reese fan art, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ha ha ha. Alright, anyways, I've caught up on my Discord messages. Nothing I need to immediately reply to. We can put an end to it. How do I know you're the right person to trust? We need to call some of this. I want to... Okay, how do I... Well, okay, well, he probably is the right person. It's the most consistent thing. Do I hook up with Wayne? What is happening in the story? Okay, no, I already saved. Let's just flirt again. You take a step forward. Wayne doesn't flinch as you approach, but you can sense trepidation. He seems uncertain of what you're about to do. What are you? Mr. Jesus. Oh god. I'm yours, if you'll have me. Okay, but like, what does that mean? Okay, but what do you want from me? You can be honest. He hesitates, his bright eyes staring deep into yours, unblinking. If you're sure you're ready to know. Wayne takes a step forward, closing what little gap remained between you. The music picking up. The unsteady floor causes you to stumble back against the wall, Wayne looming over you, his outstretched arm blocking you from escape. There's only him and you, locked in a near embrace. I can show you. Give you a taste of what we could be, of what I can offer you. He's breathing more heavily now. It's slight, but noticeable. He's excited, but trying not to show it. If you're ready... I'm sorry, is this about to be smut? Am I gonna have to, like, skip this? What does that mean? What is happening? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's me fall apart. No. You don't have to worry about this happening to you. Not if we do things right. I'm being rejected. But a fleeting moment with you would be bliss for us both. No pain, no lingering aftermath, but pleasure. I have no idea what... It's not... It is insane. Do it. I don't know what it is, but sure. Wayne stares down at you, bright eyes shining through the veil that flutter slightly with each breath. His other arm reaches up towards your throat. He rests his palm on the nape of your neck. It's warmer than you'd expected, calloused and cracked. His fingers strong as they tighten around you. There's a sudden, sharp pain, as if you've been stuck with a pin, and the unsettling feeling of something squirming. You can't help but try to jerk away from him as the squirming slithers its way up your throat. His fingers grip tighter, holding you firmly in place. Then it stops, and a pleasant numbness starts to spread out from the base of your skull, flowing down your spine, enveloping you in a wave of bone-deep serenity. Hello? Your surroundings become unfocused, vision swimming as your head lolls to the side, hair standing on end in a full-body shiver as an intense pleasure sweeps across your skin. You're vaguely aware that your legs have collapsed from under you. Wayne holds you up, one of his arms curling around your waist, pressing you against him as you lose yourself in the sensation. Then it's over. Share a moment of bliss with your guardian angel. He lets you go. You slump to the floor as he takes a shaky step back, adjusting his sleeve. Think of that as a kiss. He has to catch his breath as he speaks. Before you have the chance to respond, he's gone, slipping back into the shadows. And he just fucks off! If you have describes this scene as, cause why not, I guess. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot in the handle of the secret door on the wall. Anyways! It twists and the door pulls back, and you stumble through your closet back into your bedroom. You You lean against the doorframe as the last dregs of the intoxicating kiss leave your system, returning you to some semblance of normality. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside, the morning's revelations seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. Even the lingering afterglow of your entanglement with Wayne can't fill the sinking pit dug into your stomach by the suggestion that Tabitha has not only known about all of this, but that she is in some way a willing participant in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Of course she does. She hates you. She threatened you just yesterday. It must be true. You've had glimpses of the brilliant colors of Wayne's soul. Something that beautiful, that expansive couldn't lie to you. It wouldn't lie to you. I feel like banging Wayne was a bad idea. Now I'm part of his scheme. But who knows? This is a banger tune. Typical man, what a gentleman, no aftercare, what the fuck, Wayne? This is a... Yeah, I could back and undo it. We'll just see where this goes. Tabitha can't... Wow. Tabitha, of course Tabitha can't be trusted. Nobody who has things just let away in a locked wing of their house can be trusted. So what are you going to do about it? Wayne said I need to find the witch, but I should do that before finding anything else. Tabitha... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I need to find the witch. I should do that before doing anything else. Now is the time for unnecessary confrontations. Wayne told you to find the witch, and he notably didn't tell you to take this to Tabitha. Only you have no idea where to even begin finding this witch, or for that matter, who you assume she's a she, could possibly be. Think harder. But the harder you think, the more easily the answers seem to slip from you, as though you're trying to grab onto dry sand on a beach. You can only hope that the witch Wayne spoke of will reveal herself in time. Time right now feels like a precious resource. The weight of this morning sits on your shoulders, driving you into the ground. You have to do something to make it stop. This bit is what makes Chapter 5 like wide as hell. Oh damn. Is Kaneko who Kelly was talking about last chapter? Who's Kelly? I wouldn't have flashed and skips over. Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not really going to the library house because I need to try to follow what he's learned. Yeah, Dr. Kelly, I don't know how to brain fart there. I guess asking Oscar could help, because if he's the librarian, he might know something. You're not going anywhere without doing more research. You might not have the library anymore, but Oscar said he was still going to do his best to piece things together. You're going to the old Maxwell place before you do anything else. Yo, look at you all dressed up now. Damn, sir. Who? My goodness. No! But you don't have to travel all the way to the old Maxwell place to see Oscar. You find him standing stock still in the middle of Main Street, staring up at the now condemned library, his former home and work. His focus is so complete that he barely notices as you walk up to greet him, though your footsteps echo loudly between the rows of empty storefronts. This is the look of a man determined to do something. Oh, Alex. Oscar, you're not thinking of going in there, are you? We both know that would be horribly dangerous, irresponsible. Though, what if I was? Oscar lets the question hang in the air, his gaze still fixed on the building as it looms over the both of you, his polite grin fading the longer his eyes linger. Do you ever wonder why you came to this town, Alex? The real reason, I mean, because I think it's more than just the funeral. I needed to know why my mom left. The answer to that question, not what she told me. can't tell if this is rhetorical or not. Let him continue. You never knew Perlan Scarlet, so why come to pay her respects? And you didn't know Tabitha, so it's not like you being here should mean anything to her. I don't have an actual reason to be here either. It was family for a while, then the library. But it was all just treading water, passing the years until Rosa was ready to leave. Maybe I made a difference in some kids' lives along the way. Maybe I didn't. It's easy to say your life has purpose if you pretend it does. But it's hard to keep pretending when the place you put all that purpose into disappears overnight. And for what? Some residual stale anger. Almost camel, sorry. Some residual stale anger directed at people who did nothing to deserve it. I believe in fate, Alex. I can't bring myself to accept that what happened to us is just the product of chance. But that begs the question. What is Scarlet Hollow? I don't know, man. I feel like I very rarely see people go... You rarely see people go see Oscar. This game is layers upon layers. I forgot about the damn funeral. I took my old ass and saw him my first go. He was busy. Oscar visit can be so different. Oscar stopped complaining to me. I just found out my cousin's going to put me in the cousin hole. In the evil cousin hole. Oscar, you've been talking about, can you just tell me what's going on with you? You seemed fine yesterday, why are you suddenly waxing all poetic? It's just... Look, Oscar, there's more going on right now than just losing the library, and tell him everything. You explain what you've just uncovered in the estate. Your family's secrets, the cell, and your cousin's strange insistence throughout the week that nothing is wrong. But when you finish, Oscar seems surprisingly unmoved. Maybe Scarlet Hollow is a test, one that doesn't like people running away from it. I ran away. From that moment forward, this town has done everything it can to try and ruin my life. Vivian ran away, and from what I hear, her life wasn't exactly easy. And now it's dragged you back here too for your own trial. Well, I'm not gonna fail its test. Not this time. What about Rosalie? Charlie tried to shade this down. He was murdered for it. What about Rosalina? You can't just rush off and do something dangerous, not when she needs you. You don't understand, Alex. Everything that's happened to us has happened because I can't live up to this town's expectations of me. I'm doing this because I know she needs me, but I can't be there for her. Not in a way that matters until I've done what has been asked of me. I won't ruin my daughter's life by being a coward. I want to be able to help you. It certainly sounds like this town is asking more of you than it is of me. But I can't. Not yet. I can't fix your problems until I fix my own. There's no library we can use for resources. Not that there are any to speak of, I have no home. But after tonight, everything is going to be put back the way it's supposed to be. With that, he wanders away, still fixated on the library's exterior. Whatever Oscar is planning to do, it sounds like his mind is made up, leaving you once again without safe harbor. But where could you possibly turn to next? Oscar, this was meant to be my breakdown! Oh, Jesus. There's gonna be so many saves. Okay, the only way... But I don't know where the rest of the stone carvings are. Very helpful, thanks Oscar. Anything right now, this isn't fine. Anything you're doing right now that isn't finding the rest of the stone carvings is stall, only you don't know where the next stone carving is, at least not with certainty. This isn't a time for uncertain wandering. Trust. That's right, if you just manage to throw yourself to the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you, but you don't have to deal with this alone. Sybil. Sybil, 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 Sybil... I mean Wayne, but also Sybil. Ooh, again! What a fucking banger! I could just sit here and listen to this. It's so good. Anyways, Sybil. Wait. Kanika's not on this list. Where did Kanika go? Why is Kanika just not in Chapter 5? Where is Kanika? Sybil. You can trust Sybil. You know that with certainty. Wait, who is Sybil again? Wait, what? You brought forth thinking and remembering and thinking and going through the past few days, remembering and thinking and contemplating and trying to piece together whatever it was you're supposed to be doing anyways. It was something important. That's right, you were trying to figure out who you can trust given everything that happened this morning. Is this because I banged Wayne? Is this all because I banged Wayne? Can you trust anyone? Who? Dr. Kelly? You can trust Dr. Kelly. The two of us share a terrible secret. She's good at keeping things to herself. I need to come from a motherly figure right now. She's older than me, so she'll know what to do. It's confusing. Okay, I just trust her. The two of us share a secret. There's no one this town you can trust as much as her. Yeah, go to the clinic. You arrive at the old clinic, hoping that you'll find safety on the watchful eye of Dr. Kelly. You pound on the door for a few seconds. Jesus, nope. Gotta remember her voice. Jesus, Alex, I heard you. Try not to wake him up. She stops when she sees you, pausing as she notices the tremble in your limbs, the panic splashed across your face. Oh no. Something else happened. What? What is it now? Wait, don't tell me. Tell me out here. Get inside. The doctor ushers you in. All signs of what happened yesterday seem to have vanished. There are no streaks of paint on the walls, and the sunlight casts no harsh shadows, softening the memories of what happened here. What's going on? Do I need to be worried? Don't hold back, tell her everything. You explain what you've just uncovered in the estate. Your family's secrets, the possibility of other stones, the cell, and your cousin's strange insistence throughout the week that nothing is wrong. Also, I maybe banged a weird monster? Like, zombie man? When you finished, Dr. Kelly is silent for a few long seconds, taking in everything you've said. Come here. What? She wraps you in her arms, pressing you to her chest. There is surprising strength to her embrace. Her hair holds the floral cleanliness of a generic shampoo, evidence of her humanity lurking under the flat sterility that seems to pervade the clinic. Then she's pulling away, holding you firmly by the shoulders, looking you in the eye. It'll be okay. You did the right thing coming to me. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Can you hide me? Maybe I can wait out the week here. No one will know that I can just go home. Maybe we could just leave. We have to go find more of the stones. They're important. We should go confront Tabitha. Saving. Flushed emoji. Who else can we trust? Are we alone in this? I'm not sure. I don't like the thought of involving anyone else, not when things seem to be getting dangerous. You said that Wayne guy told you about a witch, right? I'm not his biggest fan. I don't know what he was doing in the clinic yesterday, and I don't want to know. That being said, if this witch is who I think it is, I have business with her anyway. Sounds to me like Sybil's been sticking her nose in more people's lives than just mine. It's odd to see someone act so antagonistically towards Sybil. She's only ever been helpful to you. Oh, now you remember Sybil? We should go into town and see what she knows, because I'm willing to bet she's even hiding just as much as your family did. Hell, she might even be involved if your creepy friend can be believed. Though that's a big if. God, you're too young to be dealing with all of this. Things happen to me, it's not fair. I could always stay here. I'm not that young. You'll protect me. I know you will. It's silent. So, what age has nothing to do with it? This happened to me whether I'm ready for it or not. I think having Dr. Kelly as an ally will be useful. Yeah, good old Dr. Kelly. I mean, yeah, thank you. I really need someone who knows what they're doing. Don't thank me yet. My usefulness remains to be seen. We'll get going in a second. I just have to, She sighs, glancing nervously down the hall. I should give him another dose. He's been too groggy to cause any problems since he woke up this morning, but I shouldn't bet on that, especially while I'm not here. If you could, distract him for me, I would appreciate it. What do you mean distract? You just have to stand outside the door. He'll probably come up to talk to you, and then I can hit him from the food slot. It's hard to aim for that thing, and I really can't afford to waste any of these darts. It's okay. The door's reinforced steel, he can't get you. Anything he might say is all bluster. Don't drag me into this. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate the help. You know the way, I'll be right behind you. It's dark in the isolated, tucked-away corner of the clinic where Dr. Kelly has decided to imprison her son. The door is still standing, and it's quiet. Approach the door. You walk up to the door, peering through the porthole into the dark concrete cell. Oh, poor boy. Poor boy, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Oh, I should have let him out. I should let him kill Kelly. Because if I let him kill Kelly, then I can have a werewolf help me out with all this. It's fine. I must live with my actions. Reese is huddled against the far wall. His long limbs are sloppily folded over each other on the hard cement floor. His tail twitching like a headless snake. The walls are streaked with red. Messy lines are coalescing into rudimentary paintings. Massive hollow mouths and anguished eyes screaming at you from the bricks. Give it 50 years or so, and this will be just like what you found in the estate, only with the occupant still trapped inside. I know you're there. Came to see me, huh? Came to take a look? Ugh. Go ahead and gawk. Take it in. Check out the freak. Now he's in a cage where he belongs. Also, great shot there. Love the moth shot. Anyways. Ah, there we go. Reese cries out angrily, stumbling back. A fresh dart is lodged in his thigh. Of course that's not paint. Come on. Murder run is for second playthrough. This was too difficult for you. Try to talk to Reese. Try to murder your own mother. Reese only trying to help another enemy. Neither of us is. What would you do if we let you out right now if you guys tried talking? Oh, I'm sorry. I know this sucks, but it's temporary. Once you come to your senses, you can come out. I'm sorry she did this to you. I don't know how bad it would be. I thought you'd be able to work things out. I don't know why you're mad at me. I don't want to be involved in any of this. If it's long in age, then try to open the door. I'm sorry she did this to you. I didn't know how bad it would be. I thought you'd be able to work things out. I told you. You didn't believe me. You thought I was just going crazy, rampaging like some mindless monster. But I was still me. I was just scared because I didn't want to wind up here. I'm human. Humans get scared when someone threatens them. His voice is getting weaker, struggling to get the words out as the drugs take hold. But you didn't like the way I acted on that fear. So I'm here now, and whatever regret you might be feeling is just too little too late. It's alright. One day I'll die, and you can forget you ever helped make my remaining years so miserable. Reese goes quiet, tranquilized back into unconsciousness. Yeah, if we try to open the door, she'd tranquilize us too. Bro, I feel awful, man. God, this is gonna kill Kelly. There, he's asleep. Let's go. Dr. Kelly marches you back through the residential neighborhoods of Scarlet Hollow, taking you towards Main Street. You're uncertain where exactly you're going, but she's walking with confidence, so you follow along as best you can, letting her guide you to the next task. What? Wait, hold. She seems surprised. She's poring over the bricked-up exterior of one of the old shops lining what's meant to be this town's main thoroughfare. I was here just yesterday. What the hell? How was it closed? There's even moss on the bricks. What's going on? I guess we should change plans. Maybe we should have... Maybe we have the wrong building? No, we don't have the wrong damn building. She wants us to think that. She wants us to think a lot of things. I don't know how the hell she's doing it, but she's changing things. Even our memories, clearly. You feel it too. The way she's covering things up, messing around with other people's heads. But I still remember enough to see it. Hear that? You're not fooling me, Sybil. Better come out here and make it right before I... Morning, Joanne. Morning, Joanne. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm afraid I got business with Alex here. Franklin, not now. We're in the middle of something. I'm gonna have to insist, Joanne. Alex is under arrest. Oh, come the fuck on. This game is so much. I swear this bit goes different. I have no idea why it's changed. What do you mean? What? This is different from mine. What do you mean? I'm getting arrested. Dr. Kelly laughs, manic and sharp. You're joking. What for? For involvement in the suspicious death of Duke Calloway, for starters. You know that was an accident. And then there's the matter of the library. I know Alex was present when it happened. You look what I found on the estate today, please. I think my family is still really awful. If you're gonna waste tax money, at least do it with a pizza party. It's trying to ruin my life. Yeah, dude, officer, listen. This town is falling apart around you, and imprisoning me is going to do nothing to stop that. The town wasn't falling apart until you got here, city slicker. No, this is not happening. None of that is grounds for arrest, and we have much more important things to worry about. So why don't you just amble back to the station and pretend you couldn't find Alex while we try to solve the actual problems around here, okay? Ma'am, I'm afraid you don't have the authority to decide who gets arrested. Franklin puffs out his chest, then, in some kind of swift police academy maneuver, you find yourself being handcuffed. You have the right to remain silent. Stop! What crime has been committed? Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Don't worry, Alex, I won't stand for this. I'll get you out. Her voice is muffled by the slamming of the car door. Well, damn. A new voice takes its place. The radio is on. The voice of Sheriff Hugby crackling across the airwaves. Apology, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Alex as discussed over the radio. That's nice and all, but we need you up at the farms pronto. Got ourselves a possible 1887 brewing. Remember the bus guy? Yeah. They're talking about a possible murder. 10-4. Damn, this shit just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you have to come along for the ride, son. That dude was based on a real dude the dev sat near on a Greyhound? That's crazy. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there is definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again, a tingling in the back of your skull, an urgency almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. There is another stone here, and it is refusing to let you ignore it. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? Bo got tired of waiting for y'all to come do your job, so he took on himself to go investigate the Tremaine household, and he ain't come back out, and it's been hours. I'll do the honors of briefing the officer on our current situation. You can go back to the house and let's handle it from here. But y'all don't know what about all those traps and whatnot. Duke always saying not to go in there on account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, ma'am. We're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. The woman, who you take to be Bo's mom, reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk amongst themselves. I wonder if I can see Wayne. Nope, I don't see Wayne. Franklin, you're with me. We're heading on to get a handle on the situation. Alright, he had an older, wheezy voice. Franklin, you're with me. Erickson, you listened in from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but if you're back up, things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Been awful quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there's a hostage. Not anymore. I'm more likely to be given the doc a call once it's all settled. With the tip of his hat, Hugby signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill towards the old farmhouse. Hey there, Alex. Sorry you had to come along with the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. It's like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. What am I supposed to do? I'm literally stuck in the back of a police car. There's literally nothing I can do. You don't think Bo is dead in there, do you? Let me out. I'd love to be wrong about this, I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week, but Bo's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss. We've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still as the grave, if you pardon the expression. Could you guys let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, I'm sure you haven't, but that's why we're going to bring you in to answer for a few questions, so we can prove as much. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. Okay, should be no problem then. Completely innocent. Can you at least let me out of the handcuffs? How am I supposed to prove that? Then there's no reason to get all worried about what happened once we're at the station. You've got nothing to hide. Nothing else to do but wait. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Derrickson, come in! The sheriff is down! Those damn traps, Irma wasn't kidding! Keep it together, Franklin. Is he breathing? What's the status on Tremaine and Calloway? Something in the basement going down now. You're an ungodly... Another werewolf? You hear an ungodly noise over the radio, a gunshot, and then static. Franklin, report. But there's only silence. Damn it, Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without his getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Wait! And then a few appears on the side of the car door. A moment later, you hear the click of a lock. Time to go. You get out of the car, your body moving on instinct. The stone is louder outside, its song is buzzing in your ears, drowning out the world, calling you up the hill towards the old farmhouse. I made this joke on Tumblr, but what the hell's up with the police in this game? Their one job is to suck up to the one important family, my family, and they are on my ass. Yeah, that's so right, Creepy. Literally, their whole job is to suck up to the rich people, aka the Scarlets, and yet they do nothing but go, those damn Scarlets. I don't think I should. Will you come with me? You come with? That's all you're able to sputter out. The buzzing drowns out your words. You can almost feel it pulling your feet aching to move. Wayne reaches out, touching your hand. His fingers are stiff and hot with infection. I'm sorry, Alex. It's more dangerous for me than it is for you. I can't. I really would have preferred it if we could do all this together. But the witch started it early. I should have known she would. The handcuffs fall away from your wrists. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen, because it doesn't matter. You have somewhere to be. But she's at her most vulnerable now, and she won't be expecting you. So go on. I'll be watching. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. He gives you a hard shove forward, and then he's gone. But you're the phlegm! But you're interrupted by yet another car pulling up to the scene. Irma, Alex, I got paged by the sheriff. What the hell is going on in there? Where are all of the cops? The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out, but you know it'll be clear the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on! Where do you think you're going? But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Whoa! What the... what? Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus! Careful, Joanne, there are traps all over the damn place. Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door. Oh yeah, there's the pumpkin. Cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor. Seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell is going on here? Derrickson, is the doc here yet? Oh, Derrickson's doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, Joanne. I think you better call somebody. Avery? The doctor's here? Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. What the fuck? Everybody shut up! Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care, let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I've got to step outside. You keep holding that wound, and no one else had better die when I'm gone. The doctor pulls the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuses to let anyone leave. Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. Approach the basement. Okay, so I'll be real. I don't care who dies in this chapter as long as Kelly lives. I will kill everyone else in this chapter. It's fine. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird, fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. There it is! Who the hell? So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby, and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town.
Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena.
Hey, who's Julius? Who the fuck is Julius? Dr. Kelly's sunk cost fallacy Lovovich. Okay. Hold on, but I have a plan to placate it. It's just unhappy. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us want. You should nullify the deal. The deal with who? The deal with what? If it wants a less broken body, you can let Eddie have the baby. Then we can go back to normal. What does any of this mean? What does any of this mean? You're not dead, are you? I have to find the witch. I'll find the witch. And Enoch fucked everyone over, even the witch, babbled incoherently about your vision. Enoch. Oh, God. Witch. Verena. Who the fuck is Verena? Only witch I know about is Sybil. As if she hadn't already fucked us up enough. She's got another thing coming if she thinks she can go back on our deal now. I'm getting what she promised me. Whatever she sent you for, I'll shoot you before you do it, so don't even try. What do you mean it's time? Hey now, nobody has to get shot. Nobody else, I mean. Sorry, Franklin. What are you sorry for? You aren't the shooter. The one who got shot. What the fuck is that? Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Sybil, your new best friend? No way she could be the one. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out on the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Alex, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Alex up to speed. Julius, he looks a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So the witch. I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. I always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. You want a pumpkin boy? That's your plan, pumpkin boy? You fucking freak? Orange. Only it obviously didn't go quite the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready. And he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain, so I've been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair. A son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way, is all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense. Self-defense, castle doctrine. I don't know any of you. I shouldn't care what happens here. I've just been jumping in the middle of the street without any context. You're the person with the diner. What the hell are you doing here? Yeah. Avery, nice to see you again. Wait, okay, that sounded bad in the context of where we are right now. I'm obviously taking this whole thing very seriously.
I got a call from Julius, that's the guy next to you with the gun. He's in the diner a lot, so we know each other pretty well. He needed help, thought my plant expertise might come in handy, so that's why I'm here. And so far, I feel like all that expertise is doing is showing me how impossible it would be to get these roots out from under Bo's skin without causing a lot of damage. It wouldn't be a problem if everybody in town had decided to show up. We could have had this sorted by now.
Who the hell are you people? Why should I care what happens next? I've just been dropped in the middle of the street without any context.
And why is Deputy Franklin shot? All I did was walk in. You can't just walk into a man's house and expect to have the run of the place. You were getting ready to pull out your gun. I was defending myself. Oh, you die.
None of this has anything to do with me. I shouldn't be here.
Damn right you shouldn't be here. I didn't want any of you people here. The only one I called is the kid. And that was just because the Calloway boy decided to make problems for me and barge in when he wasn't welcome. And that's his own damn fault. If he hadn't gone and gotten himself all entangled with my boy, nobody ever had to know what was going on up here. I could have just kept on with my private life, staying private, the way I like it.
Alex, maybe you should just close your eyes until it's over. This is my situation to fix. You shouldn't have to see any of this. Do you know how to contact her, the witch?
Of course I fucking do. You think I'm some sort of idiot who makes a deal without some way to get out of it? Not my fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I tried. The only means of contact I've got is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's a preferred method of communication. Like her internet, I suppose. You just know how a witch works? Who are you? But as you can see, it is currently out of order. My boy's got his meat all in there. We won't be getting a drop out of it until he's calmed down. You'll have your witch as soon as all this is all settled. So don't do anything stupid. None of ya.
No.
So what? We're supposed to just wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we all forget this ever happened.
Okay, thankfully, I'm like, okay. I don't think I care if any of these characters die. I don't care if Franklin dies. I don't care if Bo dies. I don't know Avery. I never had much dialogue options to even talk to Avery. And this dude, Julius, just showed up out of nowhere. I don't care if any of these characters die. Does your son have a name? Can it talk? It's finished. Do you think it's just going to be a normal kid? Will you say that about those little premature babies they keep in the incubators? We don't know what he's going to look like, but that don't matter because he's my son, and I love him, and I know he'll get big and strong if he just gets himself enough food. Even if he doesn't change, he's not cute! That thing is not cute! You should die! The thing is not cute! Okay, Avery, they, them, cool. Avery is then was. Avery, if they die in the situation, don't care. That thing is not cute. Burn the house, kill everyone, profit. Definitely weird, but cute. No! The witch. Them was. Yeah, I got you with that one, you're welcome. What were the terms of the deal you made with the witch? When I caught her, doing what she was doing, she offered me this ritual thing in exchange for my silence. Offered it right away, like she could just see right through me. Knew exactly what I wanted most. I suppose what she didn't know was I'm not the kind of man who turns somebody in anyway. Her business was her business, she didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and pumpkin seeds, but I took it anyway. Damn, you and fucking monster, but you can't think a monster baby is cute. Correct! And I just sat on it for a while, till a moment of weakness.
What was the ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin?
It wasn't his damn pumpkin.
It was on my property, and the only reason it got as big as it was because I fed it my own blood every night since the day it was planted. Bleeding on the dirt like some kind of Satan worshipper. If that don't make it mine, I don't know what does. God knows I felt crazy doing it. Though, but I'm not proud to see my judgment was a bit clouded. I was in a bad way. The thought of bringing a boy into the world was just about the only thing that made me feel like I should stick around. Monster divorce. Dude, what are you gonna do when the monster leads to monster pregnancy, monster babies being absent, monster father, monster divorce, monster child support, monster couples. Oh my god. I have to take a screenshot of that. I can't lose that. Oh my god. My guys would be the best monster to go to therapy with. Chad, this is a very serious moment of the story. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. What are you gonna do when the monster fucking leads to monster pregnancy, then monster babies being absent monster father? That's really good. Oh my god. Monster couple from across the bar. Monster half the couple sticks your butt. Oh my god. Okay. Focus. Back onto stream. Oh my lord. Oh. Wow, you all got me with that one. Jesus. I almost died there. Nothing that you need to know about all that. Only serves as explanation as to why I trusted her in the first place. Poe dying while he's laughing to himself like an insane person. I know, don't mind me, I'm just going crazy. Alright, the situation. Why... Yeah, maybe if we let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. I don't know if Julius is the one you have... I don't know if Julius is the one you have to convince. The baby is pretty freaked out right now. It's been getting worse since everybody started coming in. It's trying to protect itself. That's right. My boy's got excellent instincts for self-preservation. So unless he decides to let her come down here, we'd best leave it be. Ugh. Can we kill the baby, please? Whoops, I dropped my monster. Alex laughing at the voices in his head while a man is being killed. A man is imprinted, you're laughing. Wait, we can bring it back around to being relevant, monster. Oh my god, the witch. What did you catch her doing? I'm not at liberty to discuss, but perhaps that's something to do with that husband of hers, whatever else he was sick with. Wait, Sybil has a husband? But she's so young. Wait, what do you mean she's so young? But Sybil's not young. It ain't like she's married now anyway. She's been dead for some time on account of the illness. Wait, but you just said... Like I said, I'm not going to discuss, but perhaps something to do with that husband of hers and whatever else he was sick with. She's married, but she's so young. Are Kanika and Sybil the same person?
Why do you even want a kid? Have you thought about what happens after this, Julius? The sheriff's dead. Yeah, you killed a man. You're going to jail. I should have disarmed the trap. I knew it. I just think anybody else would be coming. Don't blame yourself, kid. The sheriff knew better. That's why none of these boys ever come around here. They know they've met their match. And to answer that thinly veiled threat of yours, I can't say I give much of a shit. Right now, in the moment I'm here, my boy is here. We got our happy little family. You're gonna be tried for murder, Tremaine. But Julius doesn't answer. He just watches in silence. The shriveled creature continues to slowly kill Bo. The thing takes more of him. I don't think there's anything for us to do except wait. Enough talking. So let's destroy this thing. It might as well be you. Yeah, let's just fucking kill. Okay, wait, hold on. The witch. What do you think? Situation. Bo the baby. Can it talk? Okay, yeah. So the more questions I'm asking, the more Bo is dying. So I really should save Bo. Story about a monster human couple, but it's painfully realistic and goes terribly. I know, right? This okay. You said nothing left to do is wait until the creature's finished. You know, I would rather save Bo because screw the baby. The baby thing is creepy. I hate it. It needs to go. Might as well be you. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it.
You move quickly! Abort that thing!
Diving across the small room, scooping up the shears on the floor as you zero in on Bo and the thing slowly eating its way through him.
Hey, hey!
The shears come down on the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out of its orifices in a thick sludge. Bo gasps as if it's him you've stabbed, the thick veins under his skin expanding, writhing.
No! You'll pay for this!
You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. Franklin stumbles forward, trying to reach for his gun, but unable to stifle a cry of pain. Julius' attention is pulled away from you towards the sorry sight of the cop trying to desperately to wield his pistol. Julius, we're not killing anybody. Give me the... And there goes Avery. I don't like Pumpkin Baby. Pumpkin Baby can be pumpkin gone. A gun goes off. You dive to the floor, panicked, your ears ringing uncomfortably. No more shots follow. You open your eyes, readjusting to the gloom.
Oh shit. Oh no, not you, kid.
Avery is gasping on the ground near Bo. Their patterned shirt is stained with their own blood. Oh, Bo is also dead, isn't he?
God, what have I done?
You made a deal with a witch, you idiot!
First the boy, now you.
He raised the gun. Nobody left to do better than this! Julius. Julius pulls the trigger! Once again, the world feels quiet in the aftermath of the gunshot. Julius' body slumps against the wall, limp and dead, a bullet hole smoldering at his temple.
Good fucking riddance.
The room's attention is drawn to the sound of horrific, inhuman gurgling, punctuating the groans of human agony. It would seem that you did not quite manage to finish the job. Move it, before it grabs him again. Alex, Bo, alive, can live. The baby can have me. No! What? No! Okay, I don't like this. Was it? Avery, I'm killing this thing. No! 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 This is a weird witch baby. Weird evil witch baby. Born from a pumpkin. No! No! You strike at the creature's malformed flesh one last time, permanently removing it from this world. Its last connection to its womb has been severed, and the house groans unnaturally, straining as the meat that infiltrates its walls dies.
The faucet in the corner room finally unclogged, burst to life! Yay! My favorite spell from Final Fantasy, I can't still. Making sure no one gets out of this basement alive. The only person getting out of this basement alive, unfortunately, is Franklin of all people. God dang it. Oh my god, Audrey, you fucking killed me. What do you mean is once again time? We'll be okay, kid. I held it this long, you can too. Avery's quiet now. Words seem too strenuous. Kid. Damn. Avery's dead. Your hands are wet, the water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud.
Somebody called the doctor.
Doc, you still up there? Room's clear. Yo, hi Kelly, welcome to the horror show. Dr. Kelly rushes down the now unblocked stairs, her eyes wide with horror at the scene in the basement. What the hell happened down here? Bo, can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Am I getting a checkup?
I've been shot as well, ma'am. The diner kid Avery, too. Need a hospital. I better make some calls. Everyone stay with me. Am I hallucinating? Do you guys see the water? It's up to your chest now, there's no denying it. What are you talking about? There's no water. Oh, well. But there is. He just can't see it. Because his words are swallowed by the flood. Rip Avery, you would have loved me, hopefully. Finish episode 5? What? That was a short chapter. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Things are getting a little wild at Calloway's house. At least she doesn't have to do much. There's no water. There's no one named Kanika. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming everywhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead, 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes, it hasn't happened yet. What the fuck? What the fuck? You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You're not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother. But you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. What the fuck? How can you be so sure? Maybe it's only a dream. It's not a dream. You know I've seen things before and they've always been true. Take my power, Mother. I give it willingly. It's the only path that leads to anything but death. They would live, but you die. It's not death, Mother. It's a return. And what's one life against 1,000? Your daughter is confident. She's already decided this is what has to happen. Accept and take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She's not the child she once was, and there's a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. You are among their number, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up. What you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her, as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she'll be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depths of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you. Their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Take her back. The daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice, and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage. Not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. the very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way. You realize too late you have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. You have a daughter. You always have a daughter, until you don't. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled. Less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small. The decision's simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs filled with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. She joins her sisters, as so many have before. The disaster is averted, lives are saved, and you have another daughter. But that's not what happened. Oh, yep, okay. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'd be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here. Something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you follow comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow, its toll eternal and incalculable. But there is a new thread too. If you're patient enough, if you're strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. But you did. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before you, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now, you are here, on the cusp of the end. The final daughter. You! What are you doing here? Are you real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I already made my decision anyway. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I finally have a real purpose. And now that I know what purpose has always been, I can't go back. Or it would hang over me for the rest of my stupid, small life. I promise this, you're doing the right thing, Kanika. Your whole life came down to this moment. Thank you for saving us. Okay, now we can finally, like, stop and save again really quick. Shh! Good fucking lord! Not a peep, too important to riff on. I had to turn off my comfort game for this man. Okay, who is that? I wonder who? Alright. Alright, lock in, okay. I forgot you. I can't believe it all day. It's like you just didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all this. Soon enough you can go back to forgetting, and it'll be like all this has never happened. You won't even know how to be upset about it. What decision? Did you not just go through the whole life story thing? Was that just me? Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Alex. More than most people could in a lifetime. What is she trying to prevent? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc, and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. I'm so much smaller than all of that, but in this moment I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful. Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for life to have meaning? Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yeah, I would call that pretty meaningless. I mean, she's not wrong. Everyone either forgot about you like you didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all this. I'm surprised you're able to remember. It's kinda nice to think even one other person might remember me when I'm gone. But that's okay if you forget too. Once it's all said and done, I don't need to be remembered. Listen, I as an essential worker feel incredibly worthless. So don't you even start with me, Semi. Don't you even start. I worked at a hotel for 4 years as the front desk. Boy howdy, I got nowhere in life and they just let me go. That's why I stream every day now, so don't you start. Okay. Has to be done. Fuck! Oh, God. So skill issue, really? Damn, fuck you too, Semi. You don't have to do this, Kanika. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this? Knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? same way any of us do. You're not solely responsible for the fate of the world, and neither is she. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I should only ever make choices that benefit me. Sometimes people have to make decisions that hurt them in order to do the most good. People have to pay taxes, or donate kidneys, or, you know, things that aren't pleasant, but that help people and make the world work. I'm happy to do this, I am. Stop trying to convince me I'm not. Yeah, what if you have value outside of what you do for other people? What if you deserve to live? You use all the manipulative wording you want. I know this is the only way my life is ever going to have any value. I'm a college dropout in a dead-end town, working a dead-end job, lying to myself that I'll get out any day, yet still pretending I'm better than other people just because I still see myself as someone who got out, even though I'm just as stuck as everybody else. I have to do this, Alex. It doesn't matter if you understand, because soon you're going to forget that you ever met me. It's what's best for everyone.
Sybil! I'm not done yet!
It's alright, dear. There's no need to let Alex talk you in circles. You're being so brave. Alex, you have no idea the kind of danger you're putting yourself in by being here. You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're doing is dooming countless lives, starting with yours. Tabitha, too. She carries a heavy burden, but she doesn't have to. Not anymore. You two can be the family you always meant to be, free from the sins of generations past, if you let me do what needs doing. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I hoped you would be able to trust me by now, for your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending. She's telling the truth. It's the only way your story gets a happy ending, and she's telling the truth. Yeah, the touch of having Kanika look like she's a work in progress, or like is being basically dismantled, so to speak, from reality and doesn't fit the art style anymore is a really clever choice. Boy, oh boy. Well, my street smart is saying she's telling the truth. Oh, that is true though, Creepy. Creepy, you are so right though. Sybil did kind of groom her. No. The street smart means that I think she's telling the truth. Also, the street smart's been pretty accurate from here on. So it's her life or mine. So you're saying, Sybil, I don't feel super good about doing this. Wayne is already going to take care of me. Wayne is already going to take care of me. My weird, creepy corpse husband. Sybil flashes you a pitying look. You poor dear. Do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty? Just because he's kind? Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I'm giving you the truth now. So it's her life or mine, is that what you're saying? That is a very distinct possibility, yes. Though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger. I'm sure you can feel that. and I make a powerful ally. Believe me when I say I understand the burden that's been placed on you. Oh, God. Anyone else is this is me like just. But since this is the end, I generally don't know what the consequence of this would be. I finished chapter unable to verbalize how I felt about it. Oh my god. What happens to Miles? You know, the kid I never talked to. Of course not. Do you think I haven't had other children in the past? I just become something else to them. Someone who still loves them. He won't be alone. He'll still have the both of us, just in a different way than he used to. The question you should be asking yourself is what will happen if you stop this from finishing. Do you think Miles will be better off with a broken family, in a town where everyone stays trapped? Let him free, to have a future, Alex. Did you know I was going to wind up here? Doesn't throw a wrench in your plans? I did see this possibility. No inevitability, I suppose. I'd hoped it would all be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you right here before I could finish my work. But your being here only throws a wrench into things if you're unable to grasp the weight of what you're about to do. So ask as many questions as you need. Explore all avenues. I will answer until you understand. Like, yeah, why all the mystery? Those are the rules. Every bargain has its rules. Of course. The real thing... Sybil evil, Perlant evil, Dr. Kelly evil, Rosene's mom evil, Becca's mom... Oh, you know, she's evil. The themes. We gotta kill Sybil, damn! Alright, Pop-Tart, I need you to fix the meme. We need to fix the friendship meme with Sybil. we need to back that up and be like, damn, forget that. Literally just yesterday we made the great meme of like, friendship ended with Stella, and now it's like, never mind! Dial it back, friendship ended with Sybil. Wait, friendship ended... Oh no, I also betrayed Reese, though. Wait, no, friendship ended with Sybil. Yeah, I don't know, I guess Wayne or Reese. If you do monster form Reese, I might as well go back to Reese. I should just let Reese eat Kelly. I should go back and let Reese eat Kelly. Friendship ended with Stella, Sybil, Dr. Kelly. New friend is Wayne, question mark? Friendship ended with Sybil. Now guarded shoes are my best friend. That's really good. And what about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to? This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison. Why should I trust you? Everything just happened to Julius. Oh, the baby? The one he was supposed to keep incubating until the pumpkin had shriveled in the field? I gave very clear instructions, you know. It isn't my fault that the Callaways decided it was their property, or that he decided to hatch it while it was still hungry. I saw the possibility. I won't lie to you about that. But I see many possibilities. It was just as likely the baby would consume him before anyone was the wiser, or that the pumpkin would be taken to the fair, and the thing inside would die when no one could see it suffering. Sometimes, Alex, pain is unavoidable. Julius wanted a fix for everything that had gone wrong for him over the decades of his life. I couldn't provide that, not after who he had decided to become. It was already too late to stop those consequences from reaching him. What you're doing now is inviting a future with more pain. Please, let me choose the kindest path instead. I understand perfectly what you're asking, but I would never agree. This stops now. You reach forward, grabbing Kanika by the arm and doing your best to wrench her free from her mother's grasp. She's all but given up, her wrists limp in your grasp, her eyes dim and resigned. You pull as hard as you can, expanding more effort on this action than you have on any one movement in your life. Stop! You don't know what you're doing! Still you pull. Why do you care so much about what happens to me? It's better if I go. You can feel your body tearing with the effort, but you hold the best you can, even as her hand slips through your fingers. You don't even know me. Oh, damn, well. Failed to persuade somebody forgotten. Damn! So then I probably just fucked up extra bad, because now Sybil got what she wanted, and probably isn't going to be my ally, so I just got an extra bad ending. I love fucking up visual novels, it's the best. Kanika is pulled away from you, and the dream floods back in. For a second, you struggle to remember why you were here. There is a weight in your chest, an emotion unmoored from its source. Your heart is beating fast. You were looking for someone. Or maybe you'd found them, but... Oh, that's right. You were trying to find Carmilla. Who's Carmilla? Who? What? What? But... who are you? Why are you dressed like a Viking? What do you mean, Semi? I'll kill you! Hey, so it's Sybil Romance Root time. What? Wait, hold on a second. Hold a fucking second. Hold the fucking phone. Creepy, come here real quick. Creepy, are you telling me this game had to make Sybil a younger, hotter version of herself for me to romance her? Do you realize that, like, that dusty-ass attic, I could have cleaned that up. You know what I'm saying? That dusty-ass attic just needs a little bit of tender loving care and could have been just fine. I did not need to get the anime-ass fucking, oh, we're gonna make her young and pretty for you. I did not need that. Alright? You understand me? I don't need that. Well, thank you for the information. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I just got real feral there for a second. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I'm gonna save there. Actually, you know what? It's the 3-hour mark. Okay, wait. It's the 3-hour mark. I could end here. How much more time is there? Who is Sybil? Camilla's always been... You're right, how much time is left in this chapter? Because it's the 3-hour mark, so I could... You were legit almost... Okay, I'll just go ahead and finish the chapter then. Alex, I'm so glad you're able to find your way here. I was so worried everyone had forgotten about me. I don't know how long I've been stuck here. I hope it's not too late. We need to get back to town. We have to help Stella and Tabitha and everyone else. But before that... She wraps her arms around you, pulling you into a hug. She smells like herbal smoke and pine needles with the vaguest undercurrent of coconut. There is a comfort in the smell. It reminds you of something, and when she pulls away, you find yourself missing it, wishing you could keep chasing those half-forgotten dreams. But they're only dreams. Thank you, Alex, for caring enough to come and save me. Of course you cared. If the two of you spent all of yesterday looking for Stella together, even though you've only known each other for a scant few days, it was only right that you come looking for her when she needed your help. I don't know what I would have done without you. Now let's get out of here before we both get sucked back into the dream. What did I come to save you from, woman? This place. It took me out of the world, trying to isolate me, to erase me. Romance, not even flirts. Go, I sent you a DM. Oh, what is it this time? Okay, wait, hold on, chat. No, that's the wrong one. I gotta fix it. Hold on a second. Okay, is it right now? Friendship ended. Simple, now Garden Shoes is my best friend. I think what makes it even better is that it's just overlay. Help me. I think what makes it so perfect is how it's just overlaid the Stella one, and so then now when we find a problem with Garden Shears, we'll overlay this one and be like, friendship ended with Garden Shears. Now Wade is my best friend. Or like it just keeps going. Oh my god. Oh, we find a problem with Garden Shears. Oh my god. This is fucking bonkers. Oh my god. Alright. Back to... Let's wrap up this chapter. We gotta get it done. Okay. Fucking yeah. Wait, why are you looking off to the side like that? Are you good, Queen? Oh, okay, embrace her. Fuck it. You sweep her back up in your arms. Again, the smell of pine, incense, all undercut with a warm, tropical smell. Strangely incongruous with the rest, yet adding a familiarity that makes you hold her even closer. Her dress is soft, accentuating the gentle curves of her body. Warmth builds between you. This is safety. The arms of this woman who you barely know, yet feel like you've known forever. I'm so glad I found you. Clearly, fate doesn't want us to be apart. There are paths it knows we'll have to walk together, I think. She twines her fingers in yours. Fuck it, last minute romance! So let's not keep it waiting. She tugs gently and the world shifts nauseatingly around you. It feels like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly. The dream rushing away like water down a drain. Until finally you surface. Kanika in the back of her head screaming. What the fuck? What are we doing? Oh, we're in the lake! Oh no, Tetanus Lake! You're outside, it's raining, it's Tetanus Lake! Too late, Janie! Oh, that was it! This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains till the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter. If you'd like to carry your progress over into the final chapters, please save your game now. Boop! Damn! Oh, now I have to wait for the final chapters. When is the final chapters coming out? Do we have any sort of possible release date for that? Like maybe this year? Maybe? That'd be nice. Oh man. They're being worked on. Okay, it has taken since 2021 to get 5 chapters. Oh my god. You calm down. Confirmed not this year. Damn it. Oh. That's fine. I want to make the best thing they can make, so we should let them just take their time, do their thing. I gotta find like a new game to stream now for a weekend. It's like, hold on a second. I guess we could go to Slay the Princess for next weekend, for next morning streams. Oh god, what'd you send me? Oh no, Pop-Tart, you have competition. Hold on a second. We got this one now. Friendship ended with Simple. Now Dustin is my best friend. I do have a Discord. I do warn you, Creepy. As you can see, I am a furry avatar. My server is furry. It's 18+. As long as you're all adults and you don't mind the occasional weird porn in the certain channels every once in a while, then it's fine. Let me go ahead and see if I can set up an invite link in the chat so if anyone wants to join for keeping up to date on like stream announcements and stuff. Wait, you're furry? Gross. I'm so bad with Discord. Invite to server? Does that give me a link? or send a server invite link to a friend copy. Should we just do that? Go in here. I'm an adult, like furry adjacent. There, close enough. There you go. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and join the server, it'll be a way to see my announcement posts. And I have a couple channels for specific games if people want to like fanboy over certain games. I have like my dumb lore pages for my own homebrew stuff going on. But really the biggest thing is just it's a great way to keep up to date on my announcements when I'm streaming. It'll be a lot easier to see them there than on Blue Sky probably. Here come the people. Yay, more people.
Exo real.
But yes, with that chat, oh, there's Creepy. Welcome, welcome.
Your profile pic is Little Tab is amazing. Creepy real.
Alright. But with that, I'll go ahead and get this off screen. At some point eventually, I think I'm supposed to go hang out with my friends, but we'll see when they're ready to do things. So for now, you all... Yeah, it was a very good stream. I'll figure out what to play for weekends now. It probably could be something more action-y. I could start a fresh run of Black Mesa. I was playing it solo, but I could stream Black Mesa. That could be fun. Just like a fun shooter to like break up all the heavy reading and story stuff. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But for now, you all have a lovely day. Enjoy your Sundays. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow will be Tomodachi Life with Eden, more than likely. So you all have fun.